I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about, I didn't know much about Honda life, Honda culture, or anything. But for me having that Type R and driving it for a while, find out it does have a subwoofer right there, and you can fold down the rear seats like that. It'll take off a lot faster. All right, here we go. Yeah, still a little bit of a delay. Oh, but that time it peeled out a little bit.
Love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you've been rocking with us and paying attention to the videos that we've been making lately, I guess you guys would know that this is the first Honda that I've ever bought. I actually never really had any high expectations of Honda before. Like, I would say my only interactions with Honda would have been when I was like 20, like 19, 20, and my old manager that when I didn't have a ride, she would give me a ride in her Honda. And, you know, she was like, you know, a year or two older than me, but she came from money. And Jenny, if you're watching, you know, shout out to you. But I remember she had like a green Civic sedan, but it was nice and it was manual. And even though I knew how to drive manual, she let me like drive it. And I found that manual was a lot more difficult than what I was used to, because I was used to like Mazdas and stuff. So I remember like, man, why is this manual so, the clutch was so like tough, you know? And I was like, not that happy with this, right? And that was basically my whole impression of Honda. Actually, no, I lied. And then after that, I had a guy that I used to work with that had a Honda Prelude. And he used to race it. He actually took me to the track in it at, back then, it was Moroso out in Palm Beach. And we raced in that, and I was like, okay, this is cool. But I figured that was just the Prelude. Like, and that was really just, you know, that was my whole experience with Hondas. No, I lie again. And then my wife, when my wife and I started going out, she had a Honda first that she crashed, and then she got another Honda Fit. And I remember we rode around in that Honda Fit for a while, and we passed it on to my sister-in-law, and then that gave out. So yeah, I didn't have any real great experiences with Honda. So I used to watch all these Honda fanboys. I even watched the Fast and the Furious. I watched the little Hondas that went underneath the tractor trailer and everything. And even though I thought that was cool, I still wasn't enthused enough to go buy one, right? It wasn't really until I started seeing YouTubers go on and on about the FK8 Honda Civic Type R, and I saw a couple of them at meets. I was like, man, this car interests me. I want to see. I actually wanted to get an FK8, but just never got around to getting it. It just, you know, it always escaped me, you know? So I went out on a limb. I bought this Honda Civic Type R, and from driving this car, I get the Honda fanboyism now. Like, I get why people love them so much. I would say out of all the car companies that I've dealt with, and I've dealt with a lot of them, I would say the two most driver enthusiast friendly that I've come across, the modern day vehicles, is Honda and Mazda. I feel like Toyota kind of lost their way, and they're more almost, they cater more to like an American audience that is about, you know, semi luxury but dependability, or I don't even know what it is, because some of their vehicles are not as dependable as what they used to be, you know, back in the day anyway. So I can't even call it with that. But yeah, I would say Mazda and Honda are the two most driver focused, where you get, they have that special sauce that they put in their cars that feel really good. And speaking of Mazda, so as our family vehicle, we got a Mazda CX-90, right? And my wife absolutely loves the CX-90. She adores it. This is the only vehicle she's ever had where she's like, she tells me, I love this vehicle. Like, I really, really like this Mazda CX-90. So, and I've driven it and I love it. You know, the straight six, the power, the way it delivers it, the way it handles, the way it feels, all the luxury that you get, you know, for the money is just amazing. And it got me thinking, like, since the Honda Civic Type R is so amazing, and I really, I get it now. I love what it's all about. I wonder what the Honda SUVs is like. So we're gonna head out to Southeastern Honda, the place where I got this Honda Civic Type R. And shout out to Southeastern Honda. If you guys want to get a Honda and you're in Central Florida, I highly recommend you go to them. Tell them Race Car Friends sent you. They'll take care of you. They'll look out for you. I asked for my homeboy Angel. Angel's like my sales guy, and he's like really good guy. He'll definitely look out for you, and he gets the Honda passion as well too. So shout out to Southeastern Honda. But yeah, I'm gonna go test drive a Honda Pilot, which is like the equivalent of our CX-90 in a way. It's a 6-cylinder. I believe that one is front wheel drive, but they also come in all-wheel drive as well. But even in the all-wheel drive, they're still front-wheel drive bias. But I'm gonna go test drive the Honda Pilot, and I'll do an honest review and compare it to our CX-90 and let you know what I think and whether it's worth buying, or, you know, if you're a car enthusiast and you need to get a family vehicle, if it's something that you should get. So let's head out and let's see how this goes. All right, you guys, so here we are. We're at Southeastern Honda in Palm Bay, Florida. And yeah, so as you guys know, if you've been watching our channel for a while, my 2023 FL5 Honda Civic Type R, it's the first Honda I've ever owned, ever, right? I mean, and I would say it's probably the third Honda I've ever driven even. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about, I didn't know much about Honda life, Honda culture, anything. But for me having that Type R and driving it for a while, it has given me a whole new appreciation for Honda. Like, I never understood the Honda fanboys and stuff before. Like, I didn't get it. I get it now. So now it's got me thinking, like, man, since I missed out on the Type R stuff, like, I didn't realize how good of a vehicle it was. I wonder what their SUVs are like. So enter the Honda Pilot, right? So this one is 2024 Honda Pilot, and it has, I think it's a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder. This one is the touring version. It has 285 horsepower, 262 foot-pounds of torque. All right, it's a 3.5 liter V6 with a 10-speed automatic. And I'm just gonna look over some of the specs and stuff and see what you get for the money, comparing it to Mazda CX-90. So we're able to get our Mazda CX-90. That was like the preferred trim level, right? And that one, I think it's like 280-ish horsepower, somewhere along there. It's not that much horsepower, but we were able to get that for $46,000. So let me see what the Pilot costs. Okay, so this one's $49,000, so it's a higher trim level than ours, I believe, right? So let's see what you get. Yes, yeah, it is a higher, because you get memory seating right there. It looks like all auto windows up and down. Nice leather seats. The steering wheel looks really nice. All right. Yeah, I like how Honda do their steering wheels. The steering wheel is nice. You get a roof rack here. Even the door handles feel good. Like, it feels premium when you open them up like that. We have the privacy shade in the back here, similar to our CX-90. Second row seat, let me see. Third row seat, you just press that button to push it back there. There's the third row seating right there. I would say the CX-90 might have a little bit more space, just based on looking at it. It looks like it might be a little bit more, but same thing. You got USB-Cs in the back there. You got the AC vents in the back there. Like, you got 2 pockets on both sides there. Nice little piano black right there. Not as soft touch as the CX-90, but still nice. Speaker, you got the tweeter there, the bigger speaker there. And then hit this to open it up. You can see it's a touring. I noticed a little bit of hesitation when we hit the button. Maybe it's like a sensor or something. So space in the back here, I would say, is roughly about the same as the CX-90, or maybe a little bit less. But the CX-90 has a spare tire. Once you lift this up underneath here, there's no spare tire, but there's a lot more storage. So I think there's a lot more, it's deeper storage space underneath here. And now I'm not sure, I think Honda might do a spare tire, but they probably don't put it underneath here. I think they may put it underneath their vehicle. So let's see. Yes, there it is. So there's a spare with the Honda. It's just underneath, but you see it right there. So yes, it is offered with a spare. So before the Honda squad get on me, it does have a spare. And now let's just do like a look around of it, right? I actually really like the way it looks. But comment below, let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good looking vehicle? I think it is. It has a, I don't know, it kind of looks sexy. It has like a more masculine feel to it than the, actually, I don't know. I wouldn't say which one looks more, I would say it looks more masculine than some of the other ones that's out there, but it has like a nice, you know, front fascia. Like, I actually like the way this looks with the big Honda logo right there. So for roughly 50 grand, is this worth it? I think it has a panel roof as well. Let's see. Yes, got a huge panel roof there. That is offered in the CX-90 as well, but not in ours, because ours is a lower trim level that did not come with the panel roof. We do have a sunroof though. And yeah, let's pop the hood and see what the engine looks like, what it looks like underneath there. Man, where do you pop the hood here? Huh. See, just like that, I'm stumped. So normally it'd be, oh, it's down here. There we go. I forgot Honda does theirs on the side. See, told you I'm new to the whole Honda thing. Honda, yeah, they tend to do theirs on the side. But let's see. So you guys are doing all of this in real time with me. It's not like I'm pretending that I don't know. I really don't know. I'm learning alongside with you. So where would that be? Oh, there it is. See? Let's see. Does it have hood struts? No. Mazda's winning there. This has a prop rod. So let's do this. Let's get this out. And where does it go? Let's go here. There we go. So yeah, so it sucks that it doesn't come, you know, especially on when you're spending like 50 grand, it should have, you know, hood struts instead of a prop rod. So not that happy about that, but it's cool. Oh look, Florida sent one of his visitors here. Look at that. Yeah. So another thing, I know you guys were making fun of me for not knowing where the windshield washer fluid was on the Type R, but it was blended in because of the color blue. But here's where you would put in your windshield washer fluid there. Nice looking engine, simple engine cover right there. I'm guessing, you know, you can, yeah, there's a dipstick there. Nothing crazy, but yeah, we're gonna take it out and see what it drives like. So let's, I'm gonna pause for a little bit. I'm gonna take this out, see what it drives like, and I'll give you guys like a full review on it. All right, so let's start this bad boy up and see what it sounds like. Okay, whoa. So let's turn that down a little bit. Look, we have an actual functional, physical volume knob here, so I actually like that, just like in the Type R. Let me see if I can adjust this seat a little bit. All right, so got the seat adjusted where I would want it. Now we got to change this. We cannot have this on 72. We got to make this MOC spec. So bam, we got it there, 69. All right, that's the MOC spec temperature. And lower the volume a little bit. And let me see. So this looks very similar to like the Type R screen. It says search for devices. I'm just gonna dismiss. Let me see. Okay, so it does have the navigation button there. Let's see. Come on, let's get you to pop up. And then, all right. So yeah, so it took a while for the navigation to load, but it does have navigation on the screen here. It goes up to 140 miles. Like I said, we got the big panel roof. Very similar to the Type R in some ways. Like, you know, it's definitely a Honda. You know, we got a full digital dash. Is it a digital dash? Actually, so it looks like it's digital on the left and analog on the right. You know, not 100% sure. Let me just, yeah, so it's definitely digital on the left there. Looks like it could be, yeah, it looks like it might be an analog portion to the right. And you got like a little cubby hole here. You got your storage there, a little storage there. Let's see what this looks like. Oh wow, yeah, much, I would say this is better than the CX-90 here. Nice deep storage here in the center console. I like that it's just one, you know, it's split design in the CX-90. You got your wireless charging there, and you got your 12 volt right there, and you got your USB-C and a regular USB. So I like that. And then, like, I don't know, another little like storage area there, 2 cup holders. This reminds me of the Ridgeline, where this is how they have your park, reverse, I guess, is back there, neutral, and then drive. And you have a drive mode there, and then your park button there. So yeah, I mean, and then you guys can see the space back there. It has decent space. I would say not as much, just from looking at it, not as much as the CX-90. The CX-90 seems to have a little bit more, but this is a nice, comfortable SUV. And I think for, you know, for the money. Oh, it has a Bose sound system there. You can see the Bose right there. So yeah, let's take it out for a drive and see how it actually drives. It being a naturally aspirated vehicle versus the Mazda having the straight 6. So turbo straight 6. So yeah, let's take it out and see how this goes. Before we head for the test drive, just want to point out that it does have a subwoofer right there, and you can fold down the rear seats like that pretty easily. And I like it has like a center seat there with a center console, where, you know, has 2 cup holders right in there. So that's actually pretty cool. And 2 cup holders in the back there, rear AC vents, more USB-C outlets in the back there. This is pretty well equipped, very similar to the CX-90, I would say. You know, pretty good for its class, I would say. So yeah, looks nice, man, looks nice. So yeah, let's take it out on test drive and see how it does. All right, so setting off, I'm gonna I'll press neutral first and then press drive, and I believe that puts it in the drive there. And yeah, now we're setting off in this 2024 Honda Pilot Touring. And it's funny, like, it being a naturally aspirated vehicle, I could immediately feel like, I don't know, it feels very responsive. As soon as you touch, there's no, I don't know, or maybe the CX-90, because it has the electric assist or something, there's kind of a delay when you touch the pedal. Like, it's like a slight delay, but once it hits hard. This one seems, as soon as you touch it, it's ready to go. Like, it's moving immediately. So, and that's just, you know, taking it into, putting it in the first and letting it go. So let's see. And this is a 2-wheel drive versus the CX-90 is an all-wheel drive. So we're gonna, actually, let me see if I can do a quick 0 to 60 for you guys here. Drag meter, speed. I'll wait till it gets a fix and then we'll do it. So just waiting for our race box to get a fix, and then we'll do, like, okay, here we go. All right, so we got a quick fix. All right, so let's do, all right, 0 to 60, here we go. Whoa, there was like a huge delay. Started going though. All right, so it is 0 to 60 in 7.44 seconds. So there was like a huge delay when I hit the pedal and when it went, so that took a little bit longer. I think the CX-90 is definitely faster, you know, doing a 0 to 60, and it should be. It's a, you know, it's a more horsepower vehicle. It is a straight 6 turbo, but I'll do another one just to see, because there was like that might have been on my part. Let me change the drive mode and let me put it into sport. All right, so yeah, we just put it into sport. Let's see how it does once we get on it. Now we're gonna do a new 0 to 60. Hopefully it'll take off a lot faster. All right, here we go. Yeah, still a little bit of a delay. Oh, but that time it peeled out a little bit. So 0 to 60 in 7.33. but it boogies, man. Like 7.33 naturally aspirated, you know, V6. Like it actually peeled out a little bit, and it felt faster than what the numbers show. Like, so getting away from the 0 to 60, just the driver feel, it feels. Alright, so I gotta tell you guys this, like, there's something about how Honda engineers their vehicles that makes them just fun to drive. Like Mazda has that same thing in them. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they make it so much fun to drive, right? And I'm driving this and I could see myself, I'm enjoying it. And I don't enjoy driving automatic vehicles, but I remember I felt the same way when I drove the Honda Ridgeline. At that time, I thought it was like, okay, maybe it's because it's just a one-off, it's a weird vehicle, it's different from most other trucks. But Honda has some special sauce or something that they put in their vehicles that just makes it that much fun to drive, man. Like, it feels sporty, even though it's a third-row SUV, like, you know? And like I said, Mazda also does that. Like, they all do a good job of just making it feel fun and sporty, you know? So let me make a U-turn here real quick. Oh, actually, I missed that one, mainly because that truck was behind me. But I'll make a U-turn here and I'll bring it back around. But yeah, man, there's just something about how they're engineered. It just feels, and this one feels light. This feels way lighter than the CX-90. Like, just the driver feel, the way how it feels in your hand, and that's having it in sport mode. It feels light, and you know, just the way it drives. I'll put the actual weight of this vehicle, I'll put it in the video right here so you can see, but it feels right. The turning radius, very good. I would say this turning radius is even better than than my Volkswagen Golf GTI. Like, just being honest, you know? So yeah, so just from this quick test drive, I would say, let me turn this off, because yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a faster 0 to 60. I don't think we're gonna get a faster 0 to 60 than that. But this is something that I would buy. Like, I like the fact that it's a V6 and not like a 4-cylinder, you know? I like that you can get it with all-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. But the way it feels, man, it feels light and nimble for an SUV, you know? Like, it feels good driving it. Like, I actually enjoy driving this. I'm shocked because, like, I wanted to do this review just because I wanted to see if that feeling that I've been getting from my Type R, where that car, like I'll be honest with you, I checked out a Porsche 911 GTS. I was thinking that's a car that I'd like to get eventually. Went and I checked out an M3, a new G80 M3. I was planning on potentially getting one of those this year, you know? And when I went back in the Type R just felt more special to me. It was just something about it, the way it drives, the way it feels. Like, both Mazda and Honda, I feel like they figured out something to make their cars really feel special, how they put them together. More so than Toyota. With Toyota, you buy it, you know you're getting the reliability, and you know it's gonna do everything it's supposed to do well, but it doesn't feel special. Most Toyotas do not feel special the way Hondas and Mazdas do. There's just something about how they make their vehicles, that the driving feel, it's very driver focused, very driver oriented. And I would say the same thing even goes for Volkswagen. Like, you know, I have a Volkswagen GTI, and I've had a Golf R, and I'm telling you, the Volkswagens don't feel this driver focused and fun, you know? So if you're looking for an SUV, a third row SUV, and you want it to still be fun and nimble, like, and also be reliable and handle well, have a good turn radius, do everything that a third row SUV is supposed to do, I highly recommend this Honda Pilot. And I'm sorry, Honda, and I'm sorry for everybody that's part of the Honda crew or the Honda family. I'm sorry I didn't recognize how amazing these Hondas were up until now. It took me owning one and even after I owned it, like, before I really started pushing the Type R, I really didn't, you know, it was like, okay, it's fine, it's that, but it wasn't until I really started pushing it that I'm like, okay, this thing is special, you know? And now, having driven the Ridgeline is what really did it to me. Like when I drove that Ridgeline, I was like, yo, this thing is good. Like it's better than most trucks that I've driven, you know. And now driving this Honda Pilot, like I get it, man. Like, yes, let's put it in the reverse. One thing though, if I'm going to critique, the rear view camera is not that great, but you know, it is what it is. It's not the best rear view camera. And the same thing with the navigation is not as good as in the CX-90. The CX-90 navigation is a lot better, and the backup camera is a lot better. But the fun factor and the way that just the driver feel that you get from this vehicle, it's amazing. Like I'm in love with it. I highly recommend it, and I could see myself owning one of these. It's that good. I could definitely see myself owning one of these. So if you were on the fence, you were thinking of, you know, you're looking at SUVs to buy, you wanted to get something, you know, for your family, I highly recommend you get one of these Honda Pilots. I also highly recommend the Mazda CX-90. I'll do a couple more SUV reviews, and you know, and I'll pretty much let you guys know what I think is the best out of all of them. So right now I got the, I would say I have this in my SUV list. I would say the CX-90 is still number 1, and this is just under it, number 2. And I'll see, you know, when I guess I got to go test drive a couple Toyota SUVs and see if they're as good, you know. And I'll take, you know, I'll go check out Ford. Shout out to Race Car 21. I can't sleep on Ford. I'll check out Ford and see what their SUVs are like and stuff. But yeah, man, this is a great SUV. It's, oh, look at that. It has the sensors for the, you know, letting you know when you're approaching objects. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a good one. So it's Race Car Friends approved. So all you driving enthusiasts, if you got an SUV, go out and get you a Honda Pilot. And with that, oh, actually, before I shout out to the whole MOC. Shout out to Q the Chaotic, Blueprint One Elite, 100 Gang Nate. Shout out to Will Motivation. Shout out to Papa Longlegs, all the people on my featured list. And shout out to DBX-79. I think I got your name right this time. Shout out to you. Shout out to Fast Life. Shout out to everybody that really rocks with us. And I appreciate all of you. Everybody is, oh, and there's another guy that comments on the channel. I don't remember his full username, but his I think it's Confused something. He normally comments on a lot of our videos. He got injured recently, and he's like currently recovering. So shout out to you, man. Hope you fully recover soon. And shout out to all the good people in the world, man. I just want to send positive energy out to all you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. And with that, Race Car Friends out. So that was our 0 to 60 testing after getting the first oil change. I can say the one thing I did notice that seemed like it helped a little bit was that